Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your fourth quarter reading. This includes the months of October, November, and December of this year. This is a general reading, and although it is predictive, which is not my usual style, um, it is a general reading so that it is not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I am very happy to be here. I am grateful for your presence and all the ways that you support me. Thank you in advance. Let's get started with your overall energy. And I've been experimenting with shuffling on camera just for fun. Oh dear. And I have pulled the Three of Cups. This is the overall flavor for this quarter, which is about loving, intimate, safe support. You are celebrating those that are there for you. They can be colleagues, friends, mentors, relatives, certainly collaborators. But whoever those people are, near or far, you are not only leaning upon them, utilizing their ability to give you space for vulnerability, but you are sharing that same gift of vulnerability by describing the way that you have overcome your difficulties. And this is part of a circle that regularly supports each other in this way. It's a safe place to be able to articulate your story. And for many of you, telling your story is very key to something that you're exploring, experiencing in the fourth quarter. So the three key is always about creativity, creating something, building something, growing something, but there's a sense of celebration here as well. For the month of October, for you, Scorpio, we have the Three of Swords. Another three. This three is supporting you to deeply understand the resource, the stories, the experiences that are the basis for your articulation. Whatever way that you express yourself, that you tell your story, is based on what you've learned from disappointments, failures, heartaches. And this has been the necessity to understand patterns that you have repeated over your experiences, over your lifetime, so that you now recognize how you have played a role in those experiences and given you a sense of appreciation for what you've learned about yourself from experiences that rejected you, excluded you in some way, broke your heart. And this is also describing kind of the meat or the heart of your craft, your gift, the way that what you're telling your story about. So October is an explicit opportunity to experience that, and we're going to clarify these cards, so we'll find out more. In November, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Legacy card. This is about the way that you are understanding your great privilege in the world, how you're using your gifts in recognition of the fact that you are bowing down to those who made sacrifices, who worked hard to create opportunities or make opportunities more available to you uh, in their experience of the past. These are often about identifying our ancestors in particular that we in some ways are bonded with or follow. It's also more broadly about appreciating those in general from our familial, ancestral, cultural pool that have gifted us with the life and the opportunities we're living now in such a way that you realize that you too are participating in the same experience of creating opportunities for others. This is a conscious paying it forward. This is a conscious act of understanding that wherever you're at, you have gifts to share. You can model for others opportunities and ways to gain opportunities that they may not be apprised of. So, this is the key to your legacy in November. In December, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords in this context is really describing the real ability to emotionally detach yourself, ultimately through a recognition that you are closing out a cycle of suffering. This cycle is something that may be prompted by an actual loss of someone important in your life. It can be prompted by a loss of some material circumstance, but it ultimately is liberating for you. It's part of an unconscious separation from patterns of pain, ways in relationships, events, opportunities that ultimately were painful for you, in which you are allowed to grieve. The really important thing here in December is that you are separating yourself from an entire system of oppression in whatever way that has meaning for you. And it feels quite familial. It feels as though it's quite likely that a largesse or some kind of an inheritance that you receive in November or sometime towards the end of the year allows you to actually release some physical connections, but also some deep realizations or beliefs that inclined you to feel trapped. And so this is really a celebration of that release and what, in many ways, your circle of support is helping you through and allowing you to see the celebration, supporting your closure of a painful cycle. I'm going to clarify the beginning of the fourth quarter in October. The Three of Swords with Oracle card. I pulled Patience, and at this time I'd like to ask you to like this video if it's resonating for you, to share this with others who might find it useful, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. There are so many ways that you support me that are not always visible to me, but I feel them. So thank you so much. The Patience card reads, I accept that everything happens in divine order. There's a great feeling of some kind of significant passing here, and if that is the case for you, please accept my condolences. This is significant. Your patience throughout a time of so much intense release has in and of itself been a struggle, has in and of itself been a trial. Patience comes with maturity, with our trust and faith that we're doing the right thing for ourselves and that the rewards, the manifestation will emerge in the right time. So, in many ways, this is a card of signifying your deep connection and acceptance of who you are and what is your destiny, your path to follow. And I'm also going to pull a crystal chakra card. I don't know the name of this deck, but this I have pulled here The throat chakra, this relates to your expression, your articulation, telling your story. The gemstone is Amazonite, associated with the throat chakra that is pictured on the back of this card. And the key word is creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. And I'm also going to clarify the Three of Swords with the Lord of Jades and the Six of Cups. I'm going to uh, take these together in describing what I believe you may be experiencing in October. And please understand that assigning months, times, dates to experiences, human experience, is folly, but necessary for the interest of locating it generally. So you may have already experienced this. You may not experience it until sometime in the more distant future. However, the Lord of Staffs is indicating a significant figure in your life, someone important who, despite their social position, was greatly impactful to you. It built something that was of use in your life. This obviously can be a parent figure, it can be a leader, a teacher, a mentor, it can be friend or a spouse. But this person is in some way reminding you, reminiscent, reconnecting to you in a way that is nostalgic, taking you back to a gift, a way, a time, an environment in which you experienced your gifts, your talents, skills that come naturally to you, a time when your authentic self already was in full form and emerged as a pleasure, source of joy, something you did easily, you had fun with, and you enjoyed it with others without judgment, without a plan, a proposal, an agenda, or expectation. It's important at this time that you remind yourself of the core of your passion, the emergence of it, not the reason for it, but the core of its centrality in your life and the time in which it made you feel good to exercise this gift. That's something you're being asked to remember at this time. I'm also going to clarify now in November the 10 of Pentacles, and we have for that the Three of Cups again and the Six of Staffs. So we've got threes and sixes here. Interesting, 369 might be useful numbers for you. The Three of Cups again is about the way in which your support group is not only generally helping you through this period that we are marking as the fourth quarter, but they're also the people that are collaborating with you around the way that you are distributing your legacy, the way that you're expressing the sense of generosity in sharing your privilege with the world. So these are active collaborators that are perhaps thought partners in helping you identify ways that would be practical, but that would be most salient, most important for you to support others on their similar quest of creativity, of building something, of growing something, of identifying their skills, whatever that may be. The Six of Staffs also indicates incredible success in your attempt to articulate your story, to share it with others, to be productive, to work as a member of a team. Your commitment to that team is what is so important in this endeavor. This is about you actually being recognized, being rewarded for the success that you are experiencing on your path. And it is so critical for you because of the kind of support you've constellated around your life and your effort that the regard of your colleagues and collaborators be uh, uh, be available to you, that you feel that love, that recognition, that acknowledgement of your work, your success in concrete terms, and that not only inspires you, but really is lifting the entire team without you needing to be a leader, without anyone needing to lead. This is really, again, describing the collaborative process when you commit to the collaboration, the collective, the team, the group, your community. And the Nine of Swords in December is being clarified by the World card. We like that. And the Servant of Swords. This is interesting because there is a way in which you are not only closing out an important cycle in your life, literally in December, along with the idea that you are closing out and releasing a painful cycle, but one that you are receiving a lot of rewards for, a lot of gifts, a lot of lessons, a lot of physical release and healing is quite possible, but that you have in completing this particular journey, and it may be tied up with family, a legacy, or an inheritance you receive, is preparing you for the next step. This is part of why the release is so critical because you literally are making space for your truth to illuminate the future steps. And so this world card is talking about literally receiving rewards, acknowledgement, uh, acclaim, being public acknowledgement in some way that has tangible rewards associated with it, but your real sense of victory comes from the sense of preparation and readiness for the future success you are currently building. The Servant of Swords actually is, I'm beginning to love this card. This is a card in some ways, in this situation, seems to allude to the idea that you don't know uh, you don't know necessarily how to bottle up this energy that you're experiencing, how to define it, how to frame it, how to move forward. And as a result of that, you're really allowing yourself to simply observe yourself, to witness yourself, and to take notes, to record, to document, to in acknowledgement of the fact that you really are not sure which way to move next. And I love that this goes along with the idea that there is this release of emotions that are preparing you for the illumination of your truth, which includes the next steps, the path to justice. And that is currently what you are anticipating with the experience of the world card, that you are preparing for a next step, and you may not know what that next step is. That's actually a powerful place for you to be as you have matured through patience. So I'm going to finish off this reading with a couple of oracle cards, and I've pulled empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. And this is really, again, this idea of refining the lessons you've experienced, is the knowledge you've gained from that, the self-knowledge and the wisdom at higher levels that allow you to be patient. It's okay not to know. And there's something really powerful about that, I think, considering all the blessings that you are processing all the work that you're working on. And I pulled the chakra balance, which really is about all 7 chakras. And the key word to this is equilibrium. All things work best in conjunction with all things. And this is a sort of picture of all the crystals that represent each and every chakra. I'm so happy to be here with you now. Thank you, Scorpio, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.